fired up to finish this. Fuck, I have to splice together those VODs now. Yes, although we did find it at the kidnapper's hideout. Wait, yes, it is possible that the culprit took it with him after using it on me. To leave no evidence behind, right? Correct, it may be worth a more thorough examination yet. What test do you want to run in the sword? Test with luminol, I guess. Cost 2 at a time, so the fingerprint analysis is useless. Let's run a luminol test. It's possible that some of my blood found its way onto this. Agent Lang asked for your cooperation in this matter? Like I have a choice. Shit, I called the lab boys. Understood. Except for a dab on the left side, it would appear that the blade is spotless. So it must have been the left side of the prop sword they hit you then, right? The left side of the prep sword, huh? In the next instance, the Badger will swing his left arm, complete with his weapon in his hand. Yes, the club being the left side of the prop sword. It's just fine the way it is. Wait, maybe not. Is it just my imagination, or is something not quite right? Let's see. That side, okay. It doesn't really make sense to be hit like that. Finally, I found clear contradictions of the facts. Except for a bit on the left side, the prop sword is absolutely spotless. However, if the culprit uses the left hand, the blood would be on the opposite side. The opposite side, huh? The culprit had his sword in the left hand, the sword's right side would have hit. I see, but the blood on the left side of the sword, right? Which means that he used his right hand to hit you. Exactly, the prop sword has a large handguard attached to the hilt. It would be impossible to hold with two hands while wearing a costume which sucked big hands. Therefore, if it couldn't be the left hand or both hands, it must have been the right. Change that data to reflect the right-handed swing. There's no sense in changing anything yet. If you change the parameters to the right hand, you'd only create a new contradiction. Model gun.
Take that!
Bad Badger already holds a gun in his right hand, so he can't hold a sword in addition. Hey, that's right, then what now? If it wasn't his left or his right hand, it means that the one that struck me could have not been the Bad Badger. Are you paying attention, Lance? Ah. Mr. Deacon could have not been the one who struck me, which leaves only you as our primary suspect. Fine, it was me. I hit you. It appears that you lied to me yet again, but see how quickly they catch up to you, Lance? Wait, isn't Lance left-handed? Ah, yes. But that's what makes this deception all the more interesting. He used his right hand to make it look like Mr. Deacon had been the one to strike me. For you see, firing a gun with a non-dominant hand is difficult. But that level of dexterity isn't required to swing a prop sword. Please input this new data. The one who hit me from behind was Lance. Or should I say, the Proto-Badger. He Got it, here I go. Now we have a faithful recreation of the situation on the attack on me. Alright, what we have to do is examine the new recreation and... Aha! What's so exactly so funny, Agent Lang? That I'm using a little gadget. It sure packs a punch, right, Sheena? Yes, it was all I could do to hold my laughter in. Hey, don't make fun of little thief, you mean old werewolf. He and Mr. Edgeworth bring out the best in each other. You had your little fun, but now it's my turn. I've sat quiet by listening. But the crude conclusions you two keep spewing don't whet this wolf's appetite. There's no guarantee that your toy will always show the real situation at any given time. All it displays is whatever information you put in there, right? When you put it that way, your suppositions are wrong. It's not your fault, so I'm going to let you in on this. There's a trick to this haunted house, and what that may be exactly. Trick beyond what your tiny imagination can produce. Sheena, here you are. Now then, what you missed, girly, is written right here in this pamphlet. The 7 wonders of the haunted house. The disappearing badger. What is this? I'd say it's someone around here fond of theatrics. As you can see, they set a doll down at the end of this hallway for that purpose. Basically, the blue badger you saw was just a stupid doll. How can this be? Guess that throws your whole theory about it being your attacker right out of the window. Gah. But that can't be right. Maybe the culprit hid the doll somewhere. Then he laid down and pretended to be it instead. The criminal couldn't even hide himself in the hallway. How could he hide a giant doll? Do you get it now? Thanks to your presumptions, your logic started out weak and you left out the completely wrong conclusion. Now get off your high horse. Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, I wonder if you could please input the new information for me. You don't know when to quit, do you? I can't quit, not until I declare that I've found the truth. Agent Lang, for the additional information, you have my thanks. There you go again. Well, see if I care. I'm uploading the recreation now. If the slept-over badger was just a doll, where's my attacker hiding? Well, that's what we're gonna find out, right? So come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go. Yes, let's. This appreciation can be right. A contradiction somewhere. This blue badger is just a doll for use in the haunted house. But the one who killed this blue badger was the bad badger, right? According to the Blue Badger Bible, it says that they're each other's worst enemy. All because of one ally of justice and the other is a vile criminal with a gun. Perhaps they were just destined to battle each other, most like the steel samurai and the evil magistrate. Let me just finish eating these crackers I got. Alright, let's finish this up quick because I gotta go to bed like as soon as possible. Let's examine this. Hold on. That belt is on the wrong way. Hold on a second here. There's something wrong with this blue badger. Huh? Like what? The way the belt is on him is opposite of how it should be. Did he make a mistake? Can't be. I inputted the image data exactly as it is in the pamphlet. So then why is the blue badger dressed up in reverse? Do I have any logic to work on? No, just that. When you take a look around, it almost feels like more like a house of mirrors. Indeed, whoever ever heard of many mirrors inside a haunted house before? So at least we know this is a real crime scene, thanks to the mirror shards. Okay, wait, these shards, there's something different about them. Oh? The ones we found earlier are thicker than the shards from these mirrors on this wall. And look, there's some sort of design on the back too. Pieces from the costume certainly different than the other mirrors. What does this mean? Could it be that our pieces are not pieces of these mirrors? This is where the proto-badger shows up in a recreation. Yes, now the question is, where did he come from? There's no place to hide in our current model. There must be an inconsistency somewhere. This looks like a trapdoor, I'll be honest. I guess the only thing we got left to do is use logic. Reverse direction, mirror shards. Okay, do you remember what you said earlier? What I said earlier about what? About how this building might as well have been the House of Mirrors. The House of Mirrors? Oh, that would explain the reversed or mirror image. Yes, the blue badger might be nothing more than a reflected image of the real one. Then was the blue badger you saw there just a reflection? When I looked down at this hall, I thought it was perfectly straight. However, if there was a mirror... Oh, then it would actually form an L shape, right? Precisely. I was deceived by the hallway is almost pitch black. There was a beam in the way that obstructed my view of the other hallway. Wait, but why would they build a place like that? It sounds pretty pointless to me. Okay, this house is just another attraction at an amusement park. They created a mirror wall for a very specific purpose, and one I could point out to you. This was the reason they built the mirror wall. What was the reason? Let's see. Oh, that frame rate, God. 7 haunted houses here. Disappearing bed. Okay, well, yeah. As it's written in the pamphlet, the main draw of this attraction is the mystery of the disappearing badger. You mean they built the mirror for that trick alone? But you said you saw the badger, it was so definitely still there. That was true at the time, however. Doing this allows someone to make a blue badger disappear in a flash. Move the mirror wall? Or you just move the blue badger. All they would have to do is move the blue badger. But you think someone could really do that? Well, it's a rather expensive prop, so perhaps it isn't possible. Doesn't that kinda ruin the whole point of having a mirror in the first place? I suppose it does. Mr. Edgeworth, come on, you can do better than this. Alright, once more. Oh, I didn't get it right, okay. Move the mirror wall, I guess. To remove the reflected image, simply move the mirror. First, the mirror was constructed so that it could be moved. Then, beyond where this mirror was, had to be an empty hallway to be created. So that's where they wanted people to see the blue badger, so they opened the mirror. And then when they wanted to hide it, they simply had to choose it and close it again. It explains what the other side of the fragments This explains why the other side of these fragments have a design on them. If the pattern is the same as the other walls in the hallway, then when the mirror is closed, it would blend in with the rest of the walls. This is a mirror trick that this haunted house employs. And this also proves the existence of a hiding place for the culprit. Huh? How so? Think about it, Kay. There was a place outside of my field of vision. The culprit kept it outside by hiding here.
Take that!
There was a very large blind spot I could not see beyond, and it was here. My assailant hit on the other side of this movable mirror, they wouldn't be able to see him. He didn't even need to do anything to the blue badger doll. Exactly, all I had to do was wait for me on the other side of the mirror. Wait, hold on, I just thought of something. Yes? Well, should the mirror wall be broken right now in reality? Since we have a few shards of it, we could probably assume it is. Yes, it is most definitely broken. The question is, when was it broken? Since we found these inside the victim's costumes, that would mean that the victim was there when the mirror was broken. Wait, that sound. A sound I heard was most definitely the sound of the mirror breaking. Okay, I'd like to input some new information. Don't scare me like that. Sorry, but I need you to recreate something for me. Sure, whatever you need. So what do you need anyway? You could first recreate this hallway just before I entered the dining room. You got it. This is a weird ass fucking case, and I'm tired as hell, so I'm just waiting to end this. But I'm almost done. Now this, I believe this is how it was right before I entered the dining room. Although at the time, it was but a single straight hallway. And then I went inside. It was around then that I heard the sound of a mirror shattering. You heard what? Then, yes, I believe it was then that the mirror was broken. Okay, so when you stepped outside in the hallway again, the mirror wall should no longer exist. Okay, please recreate that. Got it. Wait, with the mirror gone, the culprit lost his hiding spot. So where did he go in his proto-badger suit, Mr. Edgeworth? That's easy enough. The mirror gone, he simply hid himself in the branch hallway. I think this about wraps it up. Looks like we finally solved everything. No, not yet. An even larger contradiction has now reared its head. Huh? Perhaps you did not notice, but this recreation contains a very troubling inconsistency. The inconsistency between what we saw in the recreation lies Here! Oh, fuck. Fuck my life. Something in this site that wasn't in the recreation. Should be the mirror.
Take that!
What? Should be the mirror though. Here. Okay, take a good look at the end of the hall. Oh, there's no blue badger here. Exactly, the blue badger that I saw in reality is not here. This is the final point in this long chain of logic, the last remaining contradiction. So let me get this straight. When you came out of the dining room, you saw a badger, right? And that is precisely where the final contradiction lies. Something that shouldn't exist was there before me. Who or what do you suppose it was? I believe this is the real identity of our mystery badger. Oh, they must have put the body there. The badger I saw was in actuality the dead victim's body. What? Agent Lang, the entirety of my complete logic is the final decisive piece of evidence. The murder happened in the hallway of the haunted house at the time of the drop-off, and you could consider the moment when I heard the mirror breaking to be the real time of the death from Mr. Deacon. No! Maybe it was due to their fighting, or perhaps the life-shattering bullet. But no matter what the cause was, the hallway mirror wall was broken. Ah, you were in the house at the time, right? Are you telling me that you missed the sound of the gunshot?
Objection!
There was a variety of sound effects playing at the time. All for theatrics, I assume. The gunshot must have blended right in. Now then, I'd like you to recall something from me. Who was it that was with the victim at the haunted house? Who was the one that had the opportunity to rob the victim of his gun and use it on him? It was you, Lance Mono. I'm sorry. Well, we got him. That was a fucking big stretch right at the end right there, but hey. It's not like I had a choice. Oliver turned on me all of a sudden. He snapped and turned violent right after I hung up with you. He jumped me into the ground and straddled me. I fought back as hard as I could, grabbed his gun, and I shot him. The bullet must have went through his body and shattered the mirror. I had taken his gun and shot him first. He would have been the one to be found. He's a hardened criminal. He escaped from jail. See, that's justified self-defense. My boy was only trying to protect himself. That remains to be seen and will have to be resolved in court. Agent Lang, I leave the rest to you. As if you were the one in charge around here. Guys, arrest these two and get them out of my sight.
Wait, I had nothing to do with the murder. The only person you should be arresting is Lance.
Dad. Sorry, but you're not slipping away that easily, Mr. Ernest Amano. You tampered with the evidence so that you could cover for your son. What a great dad you are, willing to risk it all. Truly touching. By the way, do you know why I'm really here?
And how could I possibly know the answer to such an asinine question?
You own me. I came all this way across the sea just to see you, you know.
You came to see me?
What's that supposed to mean? I have a few things I have to ask you, Mr. Amano, about a case from 10 years ago. A case from 10 years ago? Oh, what's the name of that use? What's the name that you use here for the case? Shina! It's known as the KG8 incident. The KG8 incident? Oh, so you remember it. Good, then you'll recall the trigger in that case as the Mono Group's scandal. Specifically the charge of an internal smuggling ring. Smuggling? There's that word again. At the time, the person that was arrested as the ringleader was Mr. Amano's very own secretary, Mr. Colin Deveray. Ah, Father! Even though you pushed the crime onto your then secretary, Mr. Deveray, I always suspected that you were involved in the smuggling ring, Mr. Amano. Mr. Deveray was placed in arrest instead of you. Which is why when he broke out, you hid him from the police, right? You hid him in exchange for his silence on a little dirty secret.
No. Please calm down. I honestly have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, pretend to be ignorant all you want. We're taking you down to the precinct anyway for a nice long chat. What the? Who the heck was that? I'll take him down to the precinct if you don't mind. And who the heck are you? Oh, it's this motherfucker. I'm Jack Fortman, and I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case.
Oh, look, thank goodness you're here.
Don't jerk me around. This is an Interpol case, or keep your paws off my suspect. Sorry, but I can't comply. I got a backing of the prosecutor's office. See, in this country, we prosecutors work within the police to bring cases to court. So if you could please cooperate and be here, that would be great. Now how about a handshake to seal the deal? Sorry, but I hate prosecutors. I hate prosecutors, the whole lot of you. Guys, arrest the two suspects. Sir! Oh, I almost forgot. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, is it? I'd like to thank you. Thank me? Yeah, for working so hard to fulfill my goal. Hey, isn't there any way to thank someone? Is that any way to thank someone? What's the heck is this supposed to mean? You're so relentless with Lance that you forced Ernest to tamper with the evidence. Thanks to that, I finally had a legitimate reason to arrest him. So how does it feel to bite the hand that feeds you? The hand that feeds me? I'm not sure I follow. Hey, it's no use pretending with me. You're the corrupt prosecutor that's working with Mr. Amano in the smuggling ring, right? No, I would never do such a thing. What the heck? Our intel's never wrong. In your prosecutor's office, there's definitely someone working in the ring. So Agent Lang suspected my relation to Mr. Amano. That must be the real reason behind this antagonistic attitude. On top of that, your mentor was Manfred von Kammer, right? There were non-stop rumors flying around about forged evidence with that guy. You're not twisting the truth behind these behind these closed courtroom doors, are you? The courtroom is a place where the truth is revealed. Well, don't worry, it's not only you. The whole lot of you can't be trusted. A prosecutor had never lost in 40 years. Every defendant must be found guilty. fueled by those ideas. Is it any wonder that the corpse produces nothing but falsities and lies? It would seem that his disdain extends just beyond me. Prosecutors, the courts, why is this man so angry with us all? Rest assured, next time we meet, I won't be so forgiving. So don't you forget it. Please wait. Agent Shina. Why does Agent Lang hang all the prosecutors so? Lang is the head of the long-honored House of Langsing in Zhangfa. The head of all police-related divisions in that country were Lang blood. Were? What do you mean of that? Aren't they still? They were revered, but that was long ago. They don't hold that sort of sway anymore. And it was all because of the courts. How can that be? Our prosecutor once withheld and tampered with evidence that one of the Lang detectives found. That evidence purity was tarnished and cost the Lang family its honor and trust. But not all prosecutors are like that. Even so, Lang will never respect the court again, or any prosecutor. So Agent Lang is a man who hates all courts and is unwilling to forgive prosecutors. Man, what a piece of work that guy is. Come on, Jim. Better catch up. Yeah. You still gotta go deliver that thing to the old man after all. Detective Gumshoe, I believe it's time we wrapped up and headed home ourselves. Yeah. Are you going home too, Mr. Edgeworth? No, I've done nothing but entangled one mess after another since my return. It's alright with you. Can you drop me off at my office? No problem, sir. Excuse me. Yes, what is it? Thank you very much. Oh, it's okay. No need to thank me, pal. Just do my job as a detective. I guess I was fooled pretty badly by Lance. Cruel fate. What's a woman gonna do when she's been hurt by the one she loves? And to think I never realized my father was right there. I never said anything to him. I knew it. I'm a failure. There she goes talking to herself. Miss Pops, I wonder if you know why your father participated in the kidnapping. No, I have no idea. Father died while I was trying to stop Lance. Which means that from the beginning he had no interest in his staged self-abduction. Wait, then why did he... I believe it was because of your presence, Miss Pops. Me? Lance realized that the two of you were related, which is why he used you as a hostage to force Mr. Deveray into cooperating. Father! As a felon, he could not tell you of his real relation to you. However, as the Amano family butler, at the very least, he was able to watch over you. It was all he could do. But that was the shape of his overflowing love for you. Go on, speak your mind. That is... Thank you very much. You're welcome, although there's no need to thank me. No, Lauren, stop. I mean, this man's so much older than you. Okay. It looks like you're completely stolen her away, Mr. Edgeworth. Way to go, sir! Your technique is way beyond the level of a great thief. What are you going on about now? Wow. Your deducing skills may be sound, but you sure have no street smarts. That's Mr. Edgeworth for you. Yeah, I mean, he still hasn't figured out who I am at all. If you haven't remembered all this time, I guess I'm just gonna have to say it. This isn't the first time we met, you know? Oh, she's the girl from the fucking plane, probably. What do you mean, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, how do you know this girl? It looks like he totally forgot me too, Gummy. Gummy? Here, maybe this will jog your memories. I promised I'd return to see you one day, remember? That single piece of cloth took me back far into my past. To that fateful day 7 years ago when I first met the then child Kay. and Detective Gumshoe. Also, she's... Never mind, I was being stupid. I thought she kind of looked like the fucking plain girl from chapter 2. So that's the next episode, Turnabout Reminiscence. Alright, that was a long and complicated chapter. I'm fucking burnt out. But we finished it. So next, I believe Friday, we're gonna start with chapter 4. And hopefully it'll be a lot shorter of a trial. Alright, yeah, I guess I will see you in the next stream. I guess I could do a quick raid.
Guess who now?
Can you guess who?
Okay, I'll raid this guy because he raids very, or he streams very late. Raid Patty, there we go. Alright,
Okie dokie, lads.
Great.
Thanks for gaming. Appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
I'm gonna play some Gungeon.
See ya.
I'm jonesing. Bye bye.
I'm so tired right now.
Gungeon time, Gungeon time.
And right now.
Oh. No.
Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody.
Alright, I'll see you in the next stream.
Hi, Dr. Patrick. Hey,
All right.
everybody.
See ya.